Hi gang, welcome back. I'm Mac Newton. I just had to go on the record and shoot off a video blog to you guys. A friend of mine sent me something that was on the internet about, how do you phrase it? The 5 phrases that will get you fired. Phrases that can get you fired? Do you really think a phrase can get you fired? Absolutely. Well, here are the 5 phrases. 5 phrases are: there's nothing that I can do. Number 2, it's not fair. Number 3, that's impossible. Number 4, I wish. And number 5, but we've always done it that way. My friend sent me this list because I have ranted on these very words at great length over the years. So he sent me these and said, "Hey Matt, what do you think about this? Do you think if an employee utters these phrases can really get them fired?" Absolutely. If it becomes their philosophy, their way of thinking, their basic attitude. I mean, we're living in an economy now where employers are looking to get more with less. They're looking for employees with great attitudes who are thinking, I got this. I can handle this. I can get this done. And so when you look at some of these phrases, you're wondering about ways that you might want to redo that or revisit that scenario under which you hired them in the first place. Okay, let's go back over all 5 and I'll add a little commentary for you. Let's start with number 1. All right, there's nothing I can do. Oh, really? Okay, you've exhausted every possible option here at reaching a successful conclusion. I mean, this is similar to what a 6 or a 7-year-old that I teach Taekwondo every day to says when they're looking for their training manual or for their belt. When you say that there's nothing you can do, well, your boss learns 2 things about you. Number 1, you're a liar, and number 2, you're lazy. Number 1, you're a liar because there's always something else you can do. You're lazy because you're not willing to look for that, for not just that one answer, because nothing's more dangerous than a person with only one solution. So he's looking for you to come up with many ways you can see what can be done about it. So he knows now that you're a liar and you're lazy. Is there any 2 better reasons to get fired? So certainly, they're just simply not going to help you get a raise, and they're not going to help you keep your job. It shows that you're weak. It shows that you're not committed to the team. It shows that you give up easily. And it shows that you lack creativity and you lack initiative. 2 of the things in this economy that are absolutely essential for high-performing effectiveness and for getting more with less. The kind of employee that's going to grow up to be a great employer. All right? So, you don't get paid for being ineffective. You don't get paid for being lazy, and you certainly don't get paid for lying. So, if you ever said that horrible phrase, don't ever say it again. Okay? Nothing I can do. Woo! All right, number 2. It's not fair. Oh my goodness, it's not fair. Fair? I don't even believe in fairness. Nothing is fair. If you find yourself saying this, you know what I say? Grow up. The world is not fair. It's not intended to be fair. I don't even try to be fair. You know what? I try to be impartial. What is fair? Oh, you gotta be kidding me. I mean, little Joey doesn't have to share his Tonka truck with you. Of course things aren't fair. Things are happening in other parts of the world. Here, they're not happening here in Phoenix. Things are happening here in Phoenix that aren't happening in other parts of the world. Nothing is ever fair. You know, things happen and you have to be able to deal with it. If you're complaining about something trivial, it sounds like you're whining. And who hates whiners? Everybody hates whiners, and especially your boss. And if you're looking for fairness, you want things to be equal, you want the playing field to be level, it does not happen. There is no place in which the playing field is actually level. Every single ballpark in the big leagues is different. You know, people say, well, that wouldn't have been a home run in such and such a park. That's not fair. Yeah, the world's not fair. And that's a phrase that will definitely get you fired. You know why? Because your boss is not looking for a whiner. They're looking for someone who's going to get things done. They're looking for effective leadership. All right? So do I think that'll get you fired? If it doesn't get you fired straight away, it'll certainly put you on the list of people to be fired down the road. Number 3, that's impossible. That's impossible. To my way of thinking, there are 2 kinds of employees. Those who make things happen, those that watch what's happening, or there are 3 kinds. Those that make things happen, those that watch what's happening, and those that don't have the first idea of what's happening. Those are the 3 things. 3 kinds of people. You don't want to be in the bottom 2. These people love to discourage creativity and ideas. And that's what we need in America today. We need creativity and initiative. We need new ideas. We need to look at things and say, I got this. There's a better way we can do it. You know, it's working great, but we can get better. We had a great month. Boy, we're going to blow it out of the water next month. That's what people are looking for today in business. That's what we need in America today. We need people who are looking at stuff and saying, you know what? I know I can figure out a better way to get that done. Instead of saying, that's impossible. You know what? Take the word impossible. Chop off the first 2 letters. I'm possible. That's what we need. We need people who are looking at things and saying, I got that. I'm possible. I'm the one. You want to get it done? Call me. I'm the one. I can get that done. No boss wants to be looking. I don't think that can get done. That will get you fired. No question about it. I would fire you. You know what? In fact, I've only been fired once in my life, and it was one of the best things that ever happened to me. And it was because of that idea right there, that it was impossible. So, okay, stop asking if it's possible, and instead start asking how you can get it done. And even if it doesn't work, at least you're going to be seen as somebody who's willing to take chances and willing to go out there on that limb. People who go out on the limb most frequently land on their feet. All right? Okay. Number 4. This is probably one of my favorites. I wish. Oh my goodness. I wish. You know what? When your boss hears you say, I wish, you know what they're thinking? They're thinking, I wish I'd hired somebody else. That's what they wish. They wish they had gotten someone else on this job. Because at this point in time, you know, zero-based thinking is kicking in. They're thinking, if I knew at the beginning what I know about this employee right now, I wouldn't have hired this employee. Because they just heard you say, I wish. Wow, I wish I'd hired someone else. Don't wish, because this is what you wish for. When you say, oh, I wish I could lose more weight. I wish I could finish my education. I wish I could come up with better ideas. You know what you're saying? But I know I can't. I wish I could finish this job, but I know I can't. I wish I could be more like you, but I know I can't. I wish I was more creative, but I know I can't be. That's what you're saying. Don't say you wish. Say you'll do it or you won't. But don't ever wish for something. I tell you what right now. Leadership. Leadership is not made by wishing and hoping. Hope is for someone lost at sea. You take responsibility and control of the situation through creativity and initiative. You certainly don't sit back and wish for change. Leaderships, especially transformational leaders. I mean leaders who transform their environment, who transform the workplace, who transform other people. They're not sitting back and wishing and hoping. They're drivers, not passengers, hoping good things happen. Wishing makes you look lazy again. It makes you look ineffective at the same time. Lazy and ineffective. Wow, that's what I want on my team. No, thank you. Your boss wants you to stop talking about wishing and what you hope would happen and start making something happen. Number 5, and this is really my coup de grace, the one that gets me. But we've always done it that way around here. Nothing brings to mind the thought to your boss is I've got to fire this person. I mean, the first reason I really get to fire this person, they are gone. They are out of here. As soon as they hear that word. But this is the way we've always done it around here. Oh my goodness gracious. That is in one fatal swoop. Every decent thing that you may have ever done on that job, you have now chopped it off at the base. You are now announcing that you are uncreative, that you are lazy, closed-minded, ineffective, and ineffectual. Let me see if I can think of anything else you may have mentioned. You may have done that. The managers that I've talked to, and the way I feel is this is probably the phrase that they hear the most and the one above all the others that just makes their blood boil. Do yourself a favor and do everyone around you a favor. Don't ever say that again. Don't ever say that's the way we've always done it around here. Because you know what? If that way is not working, there is always a better way to get it done. All of those phrases will and should get you fired. I'm Mac Newton. I'll see you next time.